Hello, fellow adventurers.
Hi, everyone.
Welcome back.
We're getting back on episode 2 of Strahd. Very excited to continue where you guys left off.
I'm sure you're excited, yes.
Oh, I'm very excited. So excited. I'm so excited.
So excited.
And with that excitement, would someone like to escalate that excitement and tell me where we left off from the last episode?
Well, let's see. We met some Vishanti who were nice enough people. Gave us some creepy tarot cards. Didn't quite tell us what they did. And then they just kind of disappeared while we were asleep for the night. But I got their tent, the one they left us. So there's that.
That is true.
Fought some zombies and then headed over to, I think, the village that we were told to head for.
Yes. But you're currently still at the campsite at the moment after destroying those zombies. And with that, I want you guys to make perception checks real quick.
Ooh, 24.
Oh, it has been way too long since I've had to do
Yep, I'm looking too.
Oh, God.
God.
What's the matter, Zildred?
Oh, I got a 20.
Oh my
Oh.
gosh, why am I having such a hard time here? I'm so sorry.
Wow.
It's under skills.
Thank you. I should know this from the other one I do.
In the mobile app.
No, I'm on my computer. But just, like I said, having issues today.
You'll make it through.
Yeah, here we go. Where they at? Okay.
Okay, so everyone but Zildred.
Oh, God.
By the campsite, you notice that there is some type of letter parchment by one of the logs. It looks like someone had been sleeping on it at some point, but unfortunately did not recognize it. They were laying on it.
Oh boy.
Anybody want to pick it up?
Ooh. Okay,
Oh,
I'll get it.
Okay.
Maybe those nice people left us a note.
Yeah, it's right here. Anybody interested in reading it?
I'll read it.
Yeah.
Okay, Mordecai, you pick up the letter and it says as follows. Forgive me, travelers. I apologize for leaving you on such short notice, but it would seem the tides of war are beginning yet again here in Barovia, and I must protect my people. In this letter, I leave you the fortunes that may help you finally bring light to this land of darkness. And in doing so, she's going to now repeat what those cards said and what they meant. Marilyn, the card from which you grabbed, states as follows. The Rogue, Master of Coins. I have seen a nest of ravens. There you shall find a tome of straw. I do hope you are able to leave the darkness of your family once more and learn to be the loving soul which I know you to be. Mordecai, you had drawn the missionary, 2 of glyphs. I have seen a garden dusted with snow, watched over by a scarecrow with a sackcloth grin. Look not to the garden, but to the guardian. Here you will find the holy symbol of Ravenkind. Mordecai, you and yet another soul whose past prevents him from experiencing all that life has to offer. May you find salvation from your demons in the truth when you are ready to share it. Jumbo, you had drawn the priest, master of glyphs. You will find what you seek in the castle amid the ruins of a place of supplications. There you will locate the Sun Sword, a powerful weapon. Jumble, a creature created not of your will, but within you lies multiple wills of others. Though the memory of your past is not clear, it shall become so along this path. I pray that when it is revealed that you do not act in rage, but in understanding. Zildred, you had drawn the executioner, the Jack of Spades. Seek out the brother of the Devil's Bride. They call him the Lesser, but he is a powerful soul. The young man is the enemy of Strahd. He cares deeply for his sister, and he will not help you on your journey until he knows that she is safe. Zildred, you hold an oath you have sworn to many years now. That faith may soon come into question along this journey as you learn not all is as simple as black and white. Will you be able to change your heart when the time comes, or will you stick by your faith and not waver? That is for you to decide. Frankie, innocent, the Queen of Hearts. He dwells with the one whose blood sealed his doom, a brother of light snuffed out too soon. In the tomb of Strahd's old enemy will you find the land's keeper, Frankie. Though your journey may lead you away from your friends, you will find strength from your companions as you require their strength in dark times, as much as they will need yours. And this is all the help I can give you at this time. To the north, you will find the village of Barovia, a fine place to start in search of your answers. I wish you the best of luck in leaving this land, for you will need it. All the best, Madam Eva.
Well,
Fantastic.
So I read all that out loud, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Just like
In her
that.
accent, too, just so you know.
Yeah,
Okay,
the
good.
British voice.
You want me to do a performance check for that, or?
Sure, why not?
Alright. How about a 12? Am I close?
Oh, yeah, you try your best to... You say it clearly for everyone to understand, but your accent's a little rusty. You don't quite know how to
Oh.
speak their language quite yet in that accent. But you're able to understand it and tell everyone what was said.
I tried.
Okay. Well, that doesn't really give us a lot of answers, just I think more questions, which is weird because it felt like it was supposed to answer some things.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Cryptic indeed.
Well, we should hold on to it just in case,
Mhm.
you know, in case we forget.
Stuff it into the bag of holding.
Yeah, of course. And I'll be sending you a link once we're done with the stream so you guys can read it out loud when need be.
Perfect.
So I'm sure you'll be
Thanks.
having to look into that quite a few times, especially in some of the locations you may enter, where some of these symbols and things that were said may have to be looked upon to understand what they mean.
Indeed.
Oh, hey, talking about holding on to things, that reminds me, hey, Frankie, I found this sword that I don't think I'm gonna need, so if you want to use it, and I give you the plus long sword that we found a while
Huh.
back.
All right. Yeah, I'll hold on to it. Thank you.
Oh, and Miss Marilyn, I found we also had this really neat staff. I mean, it's got a spider on it, so it's a little creepy, but it looks nice otherwise. Would you like to use it?
It does look very creepy, but it might come in handy. I guess, thank you.
Okay. So let's talk rental fees now for those things. You know, we went to a lot of trouble to acquire those, so I'm just saying.
Probably shouldn't
Hmm.
give us weapons and then ask us to pay.
He makes a very good point.
You know, sadly, this is not the first time I've made that mistake.
Mm.
Moving
Probably
on.
won't be your last. Probably won't be your last either, big guy.
I can't argue against that. I'd like to, but I can't.
Yeah. So, what's next, guys? Which direction are we going?
I think we're heading north, correct? To Barovia. That's where we were headed.
That's what the note had told you to do. So
This sounds
whether you
right.
travel that way is up to you.
Oh yeah. Guess we might as well go the direction she was talking about. I mean, I don't know about you guys, but I really don't know where else we're gonna be going.
Sorry, it just kind of got stuck on the whole, tomb of blah blah and all that stuff. So, yeah, let's go ahead and head that way.
Okay.
Oh,
So as you guys make your way through along the path, along this river and the outskirts of the woods, I need you guys to roll a perception check. 14.
Mhm.
15.
10.
3. Jeez.
Damn it, Sildred.
I rolled it, but it didn't do anything. It's just sitting there.
His mind is boggled after that whole question of faith. Through the note,
Is it
am I going to be able to do
is
it?
it
I don't know.
showing? Is it showing up for you?
Yeah.
You got a 13. Well, the first one was a 20.
Okay, because I rolled it and then it stuck and it never popped up. So. Yeah, there it is. Okay. I don't know why it wasn't showing. My first one was a 20. I didn't think it came through, and then I rolled again and it was a 13.
Hmm. Okay, there it is. Okay, I see it. Sildred, once again, you're left out. Again, your mind's wandering. You said, my faith. Why is she asking about my faith? I don't understand why she would question that. But the rest of you, even Mordecai, surprisingly, barely though, but as you travel along this path, you notice that seems to be some type of old. You wouldn't say it's a decaying body, but this person looks to be a little bit older than the average age. On this tree, on the outskirts, along the path, but just a little bit into the woods. It looks like he was attacked and completely devastated and decapitated by some type of animal, and they left his carcass.
Well, you don't see that every day.
Yes, what a delightfully charming and welcoming sight.
Oh, what are you guys looking at?
Oh, this disgusting display. I've done some pretty gruesome things myself, but to actually see it done by an animal. I flip up my raccoon hood. It's
Yeah.
disturbing.
Investigate the body to figure out what it could have done it, or
Yeah, by all
Yeah,
means.
I'll roll investigation as well. 15.
hey, I got a 15 as well.
Hmm.
8.
17.
And 15.
Okay, Zildred, Frankie, and everyone else, you're able to determine that this was definitely like an animal of some sort that was attacking. Marilyn, you being from the area, know damn well it's not just any ordinary animal. These are wolves, and they're not just normal wolves. These are the wolves of Strahd. When this man was attacked, it was because he was an enemy of Strahd. There was no ends ways about it. You can tell there's no bites taken out of him, no meat chunks of anything, nothing was eaten off of him. This man was deliberately killed on purpose and then left.
Maybe we should keep going.
Oh, I'm going to listen to her. She's been from here, so it's probably a good idea.
Not normal animals attack that body.
Well, lead on, O lady most lovely.
Also, you notice there's a piece of parchment on this body as well. Just like the letter that you had found at the campsite, but this one is a little bit covered in blood. And I apologize, but give me a moment because I thought I could find it in the book and it's not showing up.
Oh, there's a note. Apparently, dead men do tell tales.
Okay. The note says this. Hail thee of might and valor. I, the Burgermeister of Barovia, send your honor with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irina Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irina languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by the vile beast. He has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power, that the devil may be contained within the walls of the weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves, and save the world from the evil fate of ours. There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life. Kolyan Endorovich.
The Burgermeister.
Meisterburger.
And that is
Really?
indeed the case. This person, as you can tell, it does not look like anything of royalty or anyone who is a Burgermeister, but may have in some way been a consort of his sent on a quest in order to find help.
What was the daughter's name?
Daughter's name is Irina.
Irina. I feel like that might be pertinent to the execution. Irina, what was her last name? Or did not see her last name.
That would be that as of the adopted daughter is taking on the same name as him. So that should be, I apologize, give me a second to get back to my chapter after having to leave to find that letter, not written in cursive and hard to read. Because let me show you guys on the camera here. Make sure I can see myself. Oh, it's not going to show up because of my things on.
Whoa, he's got a cloak of invisibility.
Oh, you can see the seal. There's actually two versions of this letter, but the one I wanted to use, it's very almost next to illegible, written very well in cursive that I could barely piece out. Even looking at it, like this cursive is like cursive. So I was just trying to find it in actual English.
Yeah.
But anyway, with that, you guys are now aware that there is apparently people don't live very long in this land, and any enemy of Strahd's is dealt with very quickly. But with that, upon reading this letter, you notice that there are also birds forming above you.
What kind of birds? Ravens?
Would you like to investigate?
Yes.
Oh, God.
Oh, this can't be good.
No.
13.
4.
Same.
23.
Okay.
20. I'm paying
Jumbo-
attention to these things.
You're still trying to figure out what a Burgermeister is in a sense, or wherever you are. Like you're trying to piece everything together as to what's going on. Everyone else is starting to notice how many birds are starting to gather, oddly enough, outside of these around you in this area above the trees. Not only that, but you're also hearing growling and howling as the wolves, which had attacked before, seem to have come back to finish off their meal now that their work had been done. With that, I would like you guys to roll your initiatives.
Ah.
That's impossible.
No. No.
17.
8.
21.
13.
All right, hang on a second. I gotta write these in now. And doesn't want to stay open while I do this. 15. Come on, work with. Yours is 11, Marilyn.
I don't remember. That was so long ago. Yes, 11.
8. Sildred, yours was
21.
21. Nice. Jumbles was 17.
Yep.
And Mordecai's was 13.
I've successfully come to terms with my faith in decision making.
That was quick.
Excellent. Well, with that, Zildred, you may go first.
Okay. What do I see? I know I can hear the wolves. Do I see them?
Yeah, they're actually right behind the party along the path. I would say you guys are kind of somewhat in the woods, but if you were to turn around, the wolves are starting to form around you, and there only happens to be a few of them.
Okay.
There's two wolves, so let's make it a couple.
And everybody's aware of where they're at.
Yep.
Okay.
Once the growling and stuff started, you guys could just twist your head and see that you guys are slowly becoming surrounded.
Okay. I will brandish Lightbringer, holding it aloft to illuminate the area. And
Oh yeah, they're not a fan of that. They're pissed.
Oh.
I will charge the first wolf. Is there anything unique looking about them? Like they don't look like normal wolves?
Oh, they're normal wolves. They're just covered in blood.
Okay, that's no bueno. All right, I'm gonna charge the first one closest one to me.
Okay.
All right, so
That's a hit.
I didn't roll yet.
Oh, sorry. I heard your initiative. I'm
Oh,
like,
no,
yeah,
you
it's-
called it. It's a hit.
Well, yeah, definitely is a hit.
Definitely a hit. All right. I'm
hope so.
I'm not gonna use any special thing. I'll just give him a good old thwacking. 10.
Ooh. You dig deep into that flesh, right into the fur, almost completely through the neck, but not enough.
Is this thing undead?
Nope, it is
Okay.
not.
And that is all of my actions.
Okay, with that, the ravens also make their move and begin to come down upon your heads. Going for Frankie, seeing as how you grab the letter, they go for you first.
No, come on.
And
Should
that
have
is a
listened to her. We should have left right away.
that's a 14 to hit. And the swarm of birds attack you, pecking at you, dealing a total of 7 damage.
Ouch.
Presumably, I moved away from the group, right? So I'm not within 5 feet of my comrade. Okay.
You're about 10 foot away from the group. They're still near the body.
Okay.
So you're kind of in and out of the woods right now as these ravens are coming down from the trees and pecking currently Frankie. The next swarm also attacks, this time reaching out for Marilyn.
You said 7 damage, right?
Yep. And that's also a hit. Again, pecking at the skin and little bits they can get to, doing 2 damage. And with that, Jumble, it's your turn.
Well, now, this ain't no way to treat ladies. Get out 2 of my hand axes and start trying to chop at some of these birds.
All right.
24 to hit.
That's a hit.
All right. And 10 slashing damage for, well, the nearest swarm of ravens.
Oh, yeah. You chop at a couple of them. They actually take 2 of them down out of the swarm. They look on a little bit enraged now as some of their fellow feathery companions are now on the ground dead from the slice of your axe.
Okay. And then I swing my second hand axe for 14.
That's a hit.
Yep. Okay. Roll that. And 8 slashing damage.
You again take out a couple of birds as now the swarm is now becoming a single of 1 bird left. As what was left of his swarm is little next to nothing. Mordecai, it's your turn.
Okay, I look at that lone raven in the sky and I pull out my gun, brandish it, and like, I do a cheesy quote of, the raven shall quote no more, and I fire. Can I hit with an 11?
No. You're so close. You miss, a couple of feathers fly off the back of the bird as you aim, sing your cheesy quote, and right behind, up its by its tail, poof, feathers poof, but no bird drops.
Just kind of mutter to myself, I really need to stop talking crap. It's not working. And
Marilyn, it's your turn.
I'll send Battle Cat over by Frankie real quick.
Okay.
Give her some protection, some sage cat magic. Anyway.
Hi, buddy. Thank you.
Hi, Paw.
Yes.
Hi, Pa. Marilyn?
I'm gonna try to use my new spider staff on
Ooh.
the bird.
Ooh.
Yeah. Give it a shot.
Spiders.
Ooh, 19.
That's a hit.
I would hope so. And 4 damage.
You attack the bird and it drops down to its feet, almost prone now, but still alive. Barely hanging on by just a sweat of its beak. As you thwop it real hard with your staff.
Yay.
Did that add in the poison damage as well?
I don't know how to add in the poison damage.
I'll just roll a separate d6.
Okay. I can do that. 3.
Oh, yeah, it's dead then.
Woohoo!
And it's
The
poison.
poison enters its body very quickly with it being just a small avian bird, and you see a little bit of froth in the mouth as this thing twists back its neck and keels over on the ground stiff.
Yeah, take that, you idiot.
Yeah, how dare it touch me?
Just an FYI, you guys are living my real life worst nightmare right now.
That's why I was laughing earlier. What kind of
Oh,
bird
I-
is it?
I absolutely hate birds.
Well, with that, Frankie, it's your turn.
All right, I'm gonna go after the wolf that was already hit, and I will hit with my. I'll go with the longsword.
Okay.
24.
That's definitely a hit. Roll again for your crit.
Roll.
D20. Oh, you crit.
Crit. All right.
double damage.
Yeah. 8. Oh, no, 10, sorry. 10.
Okay, so total 20 damage. Oh yeah, like that chunk that was taken out by Zildred, you make sure to cleave through it fully as the head comes slopping off, blood spiraling through the air along with the head as the body drops. The head falling shortly after.
I was unaware you had such martial prowess. I'm impressed.
Thank you.
Well done, little lady.
Seeing that
Ah,
his brother is
there's
now on the
nothing.
ground, the other wolf is now enraged and lashes out at Frankie to
Figured.
gather and gain revenge for his falling
There were
comrade.
a couple.
And that's a hit.
Safe?
Are
Am
you
I
sure?
still safe
19.
by Battle Cat?
Disadvantage?
Oh yeah, thank you for reminding me.
Say no to violence.
Say no.
No, actually, it's not a hit, as the battle cat is able to thwart away and pop at the wolf to avert being able to lash to Frankie. And now we go
Thanks,
back to
my-
the top of the turn. Zildred, it's your turn. It's your go.
Thanks, my feline friend. I
I'm gonna
Looks at you.
I'm
No
gonna
problem.
try to maneuver around behind it to give myself and Frankie advantage against this thing.
Okay.
Ooh. Come on. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna swing at him. 22.
That's a hit.
All right. I guess I should ask the question. I don't know for house rules. If I'm behind him, am I gaining advantage or am I not gaining advantage?
Typically, I think with this one, it's not the case. I know in 3.5 you would gain advantage, but with this being the case, I'll let you guys. I'll let you have it.
Okay. Okay, so okay. So my first roll is better. And I'll swing. The dice is in the way. 9 damage.
Okay. Again, you're able to thick into the side as you come up from behind it, hitting it right within the ribs. You can hear the crack of a rib breaking from the blade, but not enough to take the beast down as it's still on its feet.
Feel my might.
And it does so. The swarm of ravens now is going to leave the area after seeing what had happened to its other comrades falling to the ground. They decide to flee. And you hear the squawk, squawk, squawk sounds as they take off into the air, into the clouds. With that, Frank, or I'm not Frank, I'm sorry, it's Jumble's turn. Jumble, it's your turn. So I will allow attack of opportunity if anyone has any long range right now.
Okay. Hoping to redeem himself. He fails. Never mind.
Oh.
That was an 8.
You take a shot into the air and miss as this swarm is able to move out of the way of the bullet.
Well, I'll throw a hand axe to try to see 22.
Oh,
Yep.
jeez.
That's a hit.
All right, and 8 slashing damage.
You're able to pop off a couple more birds as they continue to fly away and flee.
All right. Yeah, you better run.
Yeah.
And with that, Jumble, it's your turn.
Well, time to put a mad dog down. And I run over and use my remaining hand axe on that wolf. 14 to hit.
That is a hit.
Oh, nice. And 7 slashing damage.
Oh yeah, you hit hard and thick into this beast pelt, and you pierce through. The blood squirts out from the blade once you remove it, and the beast falls to the ground dead. You have just dealt with what seems to be some of Strahd's minions. They had come back to make sure what was done, and in doing so, they have fleed. Those that remained were slayed.
Well, it's
The
safe
more
to
I
say
hang out with
Strahd
you
knows.
guys, the more I like you. I lean on the battle cat a little bit because I took some damage.
Hellcat
Yeah,
does
you
a
did.
mechanical purr.
Oh, it sounds like a blender.
A little bit, yeah.
That's what you want to hear.
A margarita's chunking up in this.
Okay, so well, after that battle, what do you guys want to do? Are you guys heading to the village now?
I'll retrieve my thrown hand axe, but yeah, I figure we could head for the village.
We
Yeah.
definitely shouldn't stay here.
No.
Within a few moments, you are able to gather up your gear, pick up your spirits as well as your companions, and you make your way towards the village of Barovia. Doing so, you come across the river, which you guys once had crossed through beforehand. Now you're crossing over via bridge. Now, as you approach the village, tall shapes loom out of the dense fog that surrounds everything. The muddy ground underfoot gives way to slick, wet cobblestones. The tall shapes become recognizable as village dwellings. The windows of each house stare out from pools of blackness. No sound cuts the silence except for mournful sobs that echo through the streets from a distance. In doing so now, I'm about to give you guys a piece of the map for the area from which you are in.
This is a really creepy place.
Agreed.
Say that again, big guy.
You don't mean that literally, right?
Mhm. Oh, I
He's
forgot. I'm trying to keep up with all of you. Save the comedy for the others.
And within the chat now should be a current map of the village of Barovia, which you guys are entering currently from the west area. As you notice, there are no exits on the other side of this village, only the way in which you came.
Sizable village.
Mm-hmm.
It is.
We definitely shouldn't draw attention to ourselves.
I don't usually have a lot of luck with that.
So glad
Yeah.
you're here.
So with the current surroundings, which way would you guys like to go?
We're unfamiliar with any sort of landmark or anything like that in this place, right? Like that letter that we found, it didn't tell us in particular any place we needed to go in Barovia.
No, it only told you about certain landmarks and that kind of nature, and also an enemy of Strahd.
Okay.
Well, my bet's on the pub. You know, usually you get a few drinks. You can also get a few words of wisdom from the inebriated, so to speak.
But, I mean, you're not wrong there. In our experiences. I mean, that's where we met her anyway.
Oh, yeah. Second thought, maybe we shouldn't go to the pub. I'd hate to meet his sister.
Just a sister.
Real wise guy, yeah.
No worries. I'm one of a kind.
Yeah, me too. Me too.
Yeah, I vote for the pub as well.
I agree with Jumble.
Mm-hmm.
Alcohol loosens lips very quickly normally, with a few exceptions.
He's right.
Yeah, maybe I can get some more rest, you know. A little bit better after my pride was hurt.
Hey, you got plenty of tried toots, and I slap her on the back.
Oh, yeah, I guess so.
Okay, with that, you guys actually head into the town and make your way through the village. And again, for the fog and things like that, you notice that the very dark skinned, pale-ish. It's almost not of like an unknown like a lack of sunlight has completely drained whatever color there would be on the skin of the inhabitants of this town. They don't look friendly for the most part. They seem to keep to themselves, and especially when it comes to Jumble as well as Mordecai, they seem to kind of stem away from you, especially like they do not like anyone who does not look human in the least.
Away from around here.
Yeah, in that sense. With that, you make your way in and you see a sign for what looks to be a venue called, which I just had it up and I just skipped it, the Blood of the Vine Tavern.
Ooh.
Now, as you make your way to this building, you will see that a single shaft of light thrusts illumination into the main square, its brightness looking like a solid pillar in a heavy fog. Above the gaping doorway, the sign hangs precautiously askew, proclaiming this to be the Blood of the Vine Tavern. Now, as you make your way in, again, the locals, for the most part, they seem to not care to come near you. There is a table that, as you can see, is empty for your party to sit at.
That's not weird at all.
I wasn't waiting for
No.
a table.
Did anybody make a reservation?
Oh, I love the name of this place. You suppose they really serve it?
Oh, they'll serve you just about anything, my friend.
Oh,
Though
good.
there are some questionable items on the menu. A man chuckles as he stands by your table once you have sat down.
Hmm.
He says, "I'm sorry, pardon my intrusion. I am not so well at conversation with outsiders, but my name happens to be Ismark. Ismark the Lesser is what they call me, but I do not always feel that is the case."
Why is Mark the Lesser?
I had a very famous father who, let's say, cast quite a shadow upon me. So, him being so great, me being a little less, makes me a little lesser.
Who's your
Aw.
father?
A name I'd rather not say out loud here, for the ears within this place are not at all friendly.
He who shall not be
Hmm.
named.
Can you spell it?
And at the moment, I would rather not. I have other pressing matters I'd rather talk about.
What does it
Oh,
sound
hey.
like?
You shouldn't let anyone call you lesser. You are you. Don't let anyone take that away from you.
Thank you, my large friend. I appreciate that. Those are kind words in harsh times. Thank you.
I'm gonna look around the tavern. Are we like getting eyeballed by everybody in this place? Like,
Oh yeah. As soon as you walked in, I mean, you're traveling with two unhuman cohorts, and not only that, but even the color of your skin tells them that you're not from around here.
all right, I'm gonna put away my beacon of a mace. So I don't blind all these folks. I'm assuming it's lit in here.
Oh yeah. There's light in the tavern. It definitely there's some. It's a, like I said, there's like this a light that kind of on the outside of that lets people know about the inn, but inside it's dimly lit like a typical tavern for the most part. Besides a little bit of dust and things of that nature,
And I'll
it's not as kept as it should be.
put away my mace. I think I might order some food. Tilda hasn't eaten in a while.
Oh yeah, yes, you should get the bite. Why don't I get a bottle of wine for you and your companions, and we sit and we have drink, eh? Let me trouble you, and may I could bend your ear a request of mine if you would not mind.
I'll take a glass of water. Um, I can't speak for my comrades here. Perhaps they'd like some wine, but I refrain from alcohol.
Sir, I don't mean to, if you may not drink, but I would say that the water here is not something you would want to consume.
Let me check. Let me check my sheet. I might be able to make my own water. Nope. I
Okay.
can't.
Okay, make your own water.
I'll go thirsty.
Coach.
Are
if
you?
if you must, sir, but if I would hate to see you here. Try to take this. I will say it is holy water. It may not be as comforting as normal water, but it is something if you do not drink.
It's actually my favorite beverage.
Well, then,
Thank
by all
you.
means,
Thank
then.
you.
And he takes out the little basin of holy water and just puts it on the table for you. And he's excuse me, I will come right back. And he goes up to the bartender to get your guys wine and food.
Just had that holy
Yeah.
water on hand.
Yeah, I begin like rolling it around in a cup like one would with wine and sniffing it and aerating it while I drink it.
Ordained in '84.
It's good. Yeah, good. Yeah.
Got your pinky out too, right? When you're sipping.
Yep. Pinky's out.
Okay, now, as you guys begin to do this, you hear what sounds to be a crackle of thunder from outside of the inn.
Glad we're in the inn.
Yes.
So uncomfortably like
I
Frank.
get it. I get it because we're inside the inn.
That's
That's
what
good.
like I just sorry. I do that when I get uncomfortable.
Roll
Say things
perception,
like
please, for everyone.
that.
Ooh. 7.
Ooh.
So my worst
7.
possible stats.
17.
6.
20.
You hear the sounds of many crows cawing and stuff from outside of the inn, or the Blood of the Vine Inn.
God.
And
Ugh.
you hear a name screamed loud, and it almost seems to echo within every building within this location. Vanderloft! You hear screamed aloud.
I'm lost.
I'm sure it's nothing.
Those who are curious, roll investigation, please.
Yeah.
17.
With my perception check
21.
of a 6, do I
Ooh.
hear it?
7.
No,
I
you're
got
still
a 7.
just
Oh.
invoked in this holy water.
Second guessing my faith again. Why?
Why can't I drink?
Okay, Frankie, you can't seem to see what's going on. A lot of bodies are kind of clattered by the windows and such, watching in a sense.
Shudder.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, whatever that is. I don't
But the
like
rest
it.
of you are able to get a good view and kind of look up and be like, what's all the noise about, and what was his name? As you look out into the streets from the windows, you see Strahd strolling from the road in between the buildings towards another group of party in robes. And alongside Strahd, there's crows and ravens as well as wolves alongside of him, and what seemed to be more of his companions, even paler than the people within the building, walking next to him. And you hear hisses from the side of Strahd. Vanderloft! You promised you would help me with the girl. I have brought you what you wanted. Now you must hold up your end of the bargain. The hooded figures scoff. One takes off his robe, or at least the hood of his robe, and reveals a face very similar to that of one of your companions, Marilyn,
I'm
in
gonna
the
go
same
with
likely
the-
manner of elvish type, blonde hair. And he just pushes it back out of his face, and it's like, you told us that you would return our daughter to us. She is not here. She may be within this land, but she is not in our possession. So we have no intention of fulfilling our end until you meet yours. Strahd angrily scoffs at this and pulls out his blade, ready to attack. And for a moment, he does get ready to unleash an attack, but then stops. He's like, you know what? You are right. I did promise you to return your daughter to you, and I have not done so. My own selfish needs, I have wanted to see how they would travel and how they would arrive at this destination. And in doing so, they have not quite made it here. But make no mistake, when you do gain custody of her, I expect your full cooperation in delivering my bride. Are we clear on that, Vanderlofts? And he hisses in doing so. The
Is it-
Vanderloft
this-
scoffs. Oh, go
This
ahead.
this is all happening outside of the like out in the
Yes.
front.
Yes, literally outside of it's not quite. You're actually you're seeing a lot of this. It's not in front of the tavern, but I would say it's within the streets. It's almost like the town square.
All right, I want to
I'm gonna try to shield Marilyn with myself, so I rolled a 10 on stealth to try to hide her.
Now, in doing so, are you aware of her actual name and heritage so far?
Well,
so far
Pretty
I think
sure we know her name is Vanderloft, I believe. So I'm at
Hmm.
least jumping to conclusions on that.
we see the 1 plus the 1 plus the 1. We just haven't quite added it up yet.
That I said I ducked under the table.
Oh god.
Yeah, that is true. She's
So
hiding.
I'm going to, hopefully not against the party's best wishes, I'm going to draw Lightbringer, and I want to attempt a wisdom saving throw because last session Zildred was shitting himself when he saw Strahd. So this time he's trying to steel his mental capacities against him and stay to his faith as best he can. But I wanted to attempt a wisdom saving throw to see if I can
Roll a strength check before you do that.
Okay. Natural 20.
Well, you felt an arm try to stop you from pulling out that blade.
Or
As
mace.
you see, Ismark is now next to you, and he's trying to keep you from doing so.
Hands off, the lesser.
Wow. You're quick,
He puts his
Ismark.
hands up and is like, I'm sorry, but I do not wish to draw his attention at this moment.
So now I'm gonna attempt a wisdom saving throw to see if I can steal my nerves against Strahd and attempt to maybe not outright charge, but in case something happens, because Zilder's also kind of put the numbers together. He looks down, sees Marilyn underneath the table, hears the Vanderlof name, and is gonna ready himself.
And I am gonna get under the table and go, "What's going on down here? Why are you guys doing what you're doing? I know it's a little bit scary. You need a thunder buddy. Mind if I join you?"
All right, so I rolled a 17 on my wisdom saving throw. And the reason being is because I noticed Strahd, so to see Strahd pull out his weapon, like he's about to attack, but he doesn't. Therefore, Zildred, does the same. Like he pulls out his weapon, he's about to attack, and then doesn't, because he looks around and kind of sees everybody's faces like, oh dear God,
they're
please don't do this.
they're freaking out right now, especially with the loud. Strahd is now screaming and stuff like that, and everyone's terrified. And then
Yeah.
seeing you pull out that bright weapon, they're turning towards you now, and it's like a circle around you. Where you have once everyone had packed in to look, they're now just completely separated and leaving you wide open,
What?
along with you and your
It's
party.
just me. So yeah, I'll basically remembering what happened before. I know that it's a bad idea to charge out there alone, but I just want to stay ready and, like I said, prepare myself mentally in case Strahd decides to meander inside the inn.
Well, as you're preparing yourself, some people that were sitting at a table away from you that were kind of just having a conversation now try to run towards the door because they're going to now proclaim in which they know of someone who might be opposing Strahd to their master.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll insight to see if I catch that 10. Do I realize that's what they're doing?
Oh yeah, they're not make they're screaming out their master's name as they try and make it out the door to get to him.
Dude, extinguish the light, man.
21 athletics to leap over there and basically bar the door.
You do so.
Toss a blanket over my mace as you're going by.
You put it over the door, and what they end up doing because of that.
Well, now we're holding them hostage.
Oh, they break the window. They jump right through.
Right, who's jumping through?
Yep.
They do a
Ah.
complete front dive, arms in front of their face, and just strut.
I'd like to look for a back door.
Yep.
Mhm.
This might
That
be one of
seemed
the-
a little much.
Is there any trap doors on this floor somewhere that we can get out of here? What is going on?
With that, your new friend, which you are not even sure was your friend yet, decides to help. He's like, "Come with me, quick! Why would you do such a stupid thing? Come with me now!"
Right,
going
is
with-
Mark the Moor?
And as he does, he rushes towards the back, and there happens to be a couple of loose boards near the back of the inn, in which case he's able to pry open and lifts out into a back way.
Oh, thanks, Ismark.
Thank you, sir.
As you guys start leaving, you start hearing the sounds of boards breaking and things being thrown as the howls and hisses of vampires and ravens and wolves alike start to enter within this building, trying to find your party currently.
No.
Ismark just like, "Follow me, run, hurry!" And as you do so, well, the sky, even as dark as it was, becomes even darker now as clouds of ravens start to just form above this town.
Oh God.
Should have clobbered
Not
those
more.
citizens. Where you going?
He's following you out on a tightly like. I want you guys to roll athletics too, by the way.
Shit.
Hey, I have a good score in that one.
13.
Oh no.
13.
6.
13.
22.
4.
13, 6, 13. Okay, so we have 4 and a 6. All right. Most of you guys are able to keep up with Ismark, but Marilyn and Mordecai, you guys stumble in the alley at some point, and you actually lose the party. There's so many twists and turns they are taking behind buildings and from buildings. Suddenly, this one quick stumble with each other over the same simple can or rock, poop on your faces, and by the time you look up, the party's gone.
I blame Mordecai.
Watch out for that can. Whoa.
The rest of you actually are making it into a safe house way down the line, more near what seems to be a cemetery in a sense on the outskirts. You two, I want you guys to roll for initiative as some of Strahd's wolves are now upon you as they make it over a fence that was near you guys and are now coming full bite.
Well, while we're chopping down the street, we don't notice these two falling
Nope.
or tripping.
You were moving so fast to try and get out of that area that you completely missed the fact that you lost part of your party.
Is
I
Battlecat
rolled
with
a
us?
5.
That's the real question. Is Battlecat with us?
That's up to Mordecai.
Yeah, Battlecat didn't really do much, so I think he's still with us.
Okay. So yeah, Battlecat's still currently with the party over there. All right. And you rolled, let me see here again.
I rolled 11.
Rolled a 5.
11 and a 5. Okay.
So how many things are after us right now?
Just 2 wolves at the moment.
Just 2. Okay.
Yeah, as you guys were dipping and dodging, when you hit the ground, those wolves just hopped over a fence from another area and came bolting at you two.
Of course they
Say to Marilyn, you have a lot of questions to answer, but for now, stand back, my lady. I will handle this. And I brandish my pistol. Battlecat kind of gets into action there. Like, spreads his paws. He's ready to go.
Mordecai
just
gonna
rolling
attempt
her
another
eyes.
a nat 1 charisma check.
Yeah, he's gonna try to do a little. It's like false bravado.
Nice. All right,
And
well,
So
that's a 6.
one of the wolves alongside this narrow pathway decides to leap at you.
Stand back.
Little foam in the mouth in anger, and he completely misses the attack to bite you, Mordecai, as he slides by next to you, growling and readying his next attack. But before that can happen, it is now your turn.
So do I do a cool little like sidestep and then just
If you
point it
want.
at him?
Yeah.
Haha. Oh my god. That's an 8.
Nope. You
Okay.
shoot the ground
On a
near the
scale
feet,
of
and he
1
moves out of the way a little bit, still unmoving and growling, ready to pounce once more.
Well, Battlecat sees me floundering like a fish, and he tries to help me out.
on a
He's gonna
scale
try
of
to
1 to 10,
rend him.
how impressed is Marilyn?
-5.
Seems fitting.
What was
That's,
Battlecat? That was 19 to attack.
It's a 24. He's got a +5.
Oh yeah, that's a hit.
That's a D8 plus 2. 6 damage.
Batcat slashes out at the wolf, and in doing so, is able to cut into the fur, drawing some blood, but still on his feet. Marilyn, it's your turn.
Okay, I want to use my spider staff and go at the one that's near me. Probably the one that went by Mordecai.
Okay.
And oof, 5 to hit.
No.
Ugh.
This whole thing, you're completely unnerved knowing that your family as well as Strahd are now after you. And in a panic, you completely miss your target. Terrified. The wolves feed upon that, and this one tries to bite at you in hopes of maybe injuring you and taking you with him. With a total of 23
That's a hit.
ooh.
Ouch.
and 8
Yeah.
damage.
Ow. Oof.
And with that, we go back to the first wolf. After being attacked and hurt by the cat, is now going to try and react and attack Mordecai in retaliation. And he completely misses. With that, Mordecai, it is your turn.
All right. I think Mordecai's gonna try a spell. Oh, it's a bonus action. Okay. Bonus action, I'm gonna try to cast Sanctuary on Maryland.
Okay. And that is roll advantage or disadvantage for attacking creatures, right?
Yeah, Wisdom 13.
Okay.
And so if they fail, you must choose a new target or lose the attacker spell.
Okay.
Okay. After doing
You
that,
create a dome of protection around Marilyn. Faint light surrounds her.
he's gonna try his trusty old pistol.
There's nothing trusty about that pistol.
Oh my god, no, it's another 8.
Nope. That's a complete miss.
Battlecat, you're
Wow.
up. Come on, man.
I think Mordecai needs a training montage.
I know, right?
Mm-hmm.
Battlecat misses too. That's a 10.
Yeah, no.
Oh God.
Both you guys, this wolf is on par and he is ready to get his prey. Marilyn,
Can
it's
I
your turn.
roll? Can I roll perception to realize they're gone?
Sure, after the battle.
Oh, after the battle. All right.
I'm gonna use Eldritch Blast.
Okay.
Marilyn's had
21
enough.
to hit.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Ah.
that's a hit.
Okay. 9 damage.
Oh yeah, you decimate that other wolf. It's gone. You put a hole right through the skull.
Oh, God.
It looked like someone impacted that thing with a fist, but instead it's a magic arrow almost, just right into the skull, indenting it and killing him.
That's how you do it.
I softened him up for you.
The wolf once again lunges now instead at Mordecai, seeing the fact that what once was there is now gone. 15.
Nope.
And with that, we go back to Mordecai.
I look at it and say, if you miss again, I'm throwing you in the garbage. 22.
That's
Wow.
a hit.
Yay!
You just have to rough it up a little bit.
Yeah, just gonna talk dirty. 5 damage.
Yeah, still standing, though you do put some definitely a deep wound into the side of it. It feels that one.
Okay, Battle Cat. Try to finish him. 11.
The hit?
Yeah.
No. Close though. Battle Cat sways again and tries to lash out and misses. With that, Marilyn, it's your turn.
Well, Eldritch Blast worked so good last time. We're gonna do that again.
No
Okay.
way.
11.
Nope. Miss.
Ugh,
Man, you guys are not rolling that great tonight.
no.
Yeah, you do a blast of the air and it like nope. Once bitten, twice shy. Saw what happened to his companion, moves out of the way. This time now decides to turn around and seeing you is now going to try to actually grab you with its teeth and drag you. So I need you to roll a strength check against it.
Oh, God.
Let me get to it. Where the hang is that?
STR.
Strength mod.
Oh dear.
Oh, dear.
Oh, yeah, she's
I rolled
lousy
a
in
1.
strength.
Oh,
Yeah, no. He only rolled a
It's
6, but that was enough.
That's the
He's
first
not
time I've
going to
ever
hold
seen
your
a
leg and
negative
drop
number.
you on your ass. This thing is going to try and pull you with it at this point. And with that, Mordecai, it's your turn.
Spring in
Now's your
action.
chance.
I shall save you.
You'd better.
Try to shoot it.
Working
Why are you
solo.
questioning it? You have to try for it.
24.
That's a
There you
hit.
go.
Well,
Do
yes.
some damage.
Bestie, my gun.
Depends.
Try to shoot it, please.
11 damage.
Oh yeah, it's done.
Ugh.
Just you shoot it right in the
job.
skull as it has a grip right on Marilyn's leg. Poof.
Oh, do you want me to take some damage for the grip on my leg, by the way?
No,
You didn't. Okay.
he
I
wasn't
did
trying
a-
to hurt you. He was trying to drag you.
I did a
Oh.
charisma check to do some more false bravado. It's like, you take that, you vile fiend.
It doesn't. They're both gone. There's nothing there.
No, that was more for Maryland, you know.
Oh, okay. For
Yeah,
impression.
yeah.
Good job.
With that, roll investigation to see if you can pick up on the trail of your companions. Perception, yes, Jumble. You notice now that hey, there's 2 members missing.
I rolled an 18.
15.
Mordecai, you notice that you're well aware of your companion's footprints, especially Jumble being as big as he is in the mud and the muck of the. You're able to tell, like, yeah, I think they went this way, and you are able to pick up on the trail.
Okay, well, I run out of the hideout and I start trying to pick up their trail as well. 19 survival.
Okay, amidst the chaos and everything else, you guys are actually able to find each other. You notice Jumble as he looks out, as you come around the corner from the woods, following the trail, the footprints. You see Jumble, and he tells you guys to get inside, whatever, and you guys make it inside the building. And once that is done, I can't remember his name. All this is going on. Ismark.
Bismarck.
Yes.
Bismarck.
I want to say Bismarck because Bismarck is another character I was thinking. I'm like, no, it's Ismark. Ismark puts down a big board in front of the entranceway you guys had made in within the house. Everything else is boarded off. Almost no light can get through. There's no windows. Everything is like an old abandoned house, but it's right outside the church. And he gets a lantern lit and everything, so you guys can kind of see what's going on in this dusty house. And he's like, please sit. We have to be quiet for now. Why would you do something so crazy? And he looks at Zildred like almost like baffled in disbelief that you would try something so reckless.
Well, you see, all undead.
You know, he's nuts in the head, and I would know. Join
Okay, so I'm dealing with crazy people. Great. Good to know.
the party.
Ugh. What have I done? What will I do?
Thanks for saving us back there. Bringing us here.
It's no problem. I'd hoped that it would be a little different than things had turned out, but little did I know that I have such short time. This is not a normal request I have for you. It is my sister. She is in grave danger, and I really need your help. This is why I had come to you in the first place when I had saw you come in. Seeing of your reflection, I knew that you are not from this land, and as you can tell from myself, I too am not of Moravian heritage. I am from outside, such as yourself. Me and my sister were brought here against our wills, as you were as well. She happens to be the adopted daughter of the Burgermeister, Irina. She is in grave danger, as she is now to be the bride of Strahd, and I need your help to escort her out of this land.
A
You
wedding,
just
drinks all around.
Oh no. Well, you want to trust us into getting her out of here?
Gee, most outsiders are not in league with him. Some of the Vistani are definitely with him. The crows, the ravens, as you have noticed, fly above us. They are his ears and his eyes, as well as some of the townspeople. They've completely betrayed their own people here and are willing to do anything to serve their master Strahd. When I saw you, I had thought to myself, you looked capable of carrying out this quest. But now I'm not so sure. Your friend over there is crazy. He brandishes such a powerful light weapon in the presence of darkness.
The light always devours the darkness.
The
To be fair,
darkness
I did not
here-
expect random citizens to run out the window.
Well, now you know that not everyone is in line to the sight of good, and some are to darkness.
Indeed.
Listen, Ismark, I'd like a one-way ticket out of this place as quick as possible.
It
If we
doesn't
can
work
help
that
you
way. If we could leave, we would leave. We would get out of here if we could. You don't think we want to run? We're stuck here until we figure out a way to escape. And I wanted your help to do so. But I don't know if I can trust you now with your friend over there running around, waving around such a powerful weapon for all to see and draw the attention of Strahd.
Would this weapon not be useful against Strahd?
I'm sure it would be, but it's not the powerful weapon. There's only one weapon that I know of that currently can destroy Strahd, and that is the weapon, the sword, the sun sword itself. Your weapon, it is a powerful one indeed, with the light that shines, but it is not as strong as that sun sword.
Is the
I had
sun
hoped to
sword
go there
here?
to. Oh, of course it is here. His foe from long ago used to almost destroy Strahd at some point, and it is because of that weapon that he is almost stuck to this land in a sense. Once the curse was upon him from him trying to vanquish his enemies, he became one with the land almost in itself, keeping its inhabitants here, like myself, my sister, and your part. Now,
Where
I want to go to the castle to retrieve this powerful weapon. I know not where it is, but I do know it is located within the castle walls of Raven. But unfortunately, until I know my sister is okay with him hounding her constantly, I cannot leave. I'm
Where-
hoping to start a small resistance against Strahd, and I want you to join me, but I need your help.
And your sister for sure doesn't want to marry Strahd, right?
Are you? Why would you want to marry that monster?
Hey, I'm just saying consent is important.
She has been hounded by him for years.
Okay.
Hmm.
You
Wait,
see, he has
Nobody-
sent so many of his minions to locate her and track her and find her. And those that have helped have either died or have been completely isolated with having to run constantly.
We know
Nobody likes
where-
a stalker.
No, no one likes the stock. And that is one thing you will find a lot of around here. For those, there are so many eyes of Strahd here, which is why I came to you. I am asking you one more time, please. Okay, will you help me? But in doing so, we need to be safe about this. I cannot go around running around with brandishing crazy powerful weapons that may or may not hurt the enemy, but in doing so, draw his attention. I want to be as covert as possible until we are ready.
I pull out my dagger. Zing. I think we know where I stand against Rod.
Well, hey, we can be discreet when we need to be, and yeah, I'd rather not go up against this Strahd guy. Not unless we got the deck stacked heavily in our favor, with a couple of aces up our sleeves.
And that
And in
is
our
all I am
boots.
asking, my friends.
I'm all for
Gives me the
getting out of
creeps
here.
being a stalker and all. I don't really want to go up against him either, but I'd like to help you out. What do you
It is
guys say?
That's appreciated. Thank you.
Battlecat raises his paw up. It's like, yes, he's in. And I'm in as well.
That's
Well,
right,
for now,
buddy. Good job.
I suggest we take these lodgings and we get some rest. Hopefully, in time, it will die down. They will think we have fled this town, and then I will take you to my sister. And from there, we may figure out how to get her safely to where I feel she will be protected, so we may continue on our campaign to defeat this evil being known as Baron von Strahd.
Yeah, I could
Okay.
use some rest.
Okay,
Oh,
well, you guys are going to take a long rest. So,
hey,
just-
Ismark, just because I feel really bad about your inn. Here, I know this isn't much, but maybe some gold will help pay for repairs when you get a chance.
No, my friend, that was not my inn. No, I was
Rather
merely
than
there with some of my
repair.
companions, which I do
Oh,
hope make it out okay.
okay.
Some Vistani people that I actually trust. And I'm sure you have met a few of them. Madam Eva is a dear friend of the family. She has helped me and my sister out so many times. In
Yeah,
fact,
I
it
was a
was
little
her
bit
idea to
skeptical.
be
And
with.
confusing.
She can be. Sometimes when she reads palms or cards, it's very hard to understand what she means, but she does mean well, and she does want the best for everyone.
I was skeptical at first, but she seems like a alright person.
Did she give you guys any clues at all to possibly what your fate may have in store for you, or what you may be experiencing?
She did leave us a note.
Hmm.
A little letter.
Interesting. Normally, she says her predictions out loud. Why would she leave a note? Is she no longer here?
Something about having to leave to help people. Yeah, she was just here one night, gone the next.
Interesting. If this is what this has happened, then that must mean we are very close to May being the end of the people here. The Vistani are very curious people, as I'm sure you've noticed. They are very free-willed and do as they please, and one of the few people to leave and enter this place at will. If they are leaving, then that must mean that there is something bad around the horizon, which means we must hurry and be very quick. I tell you guys are going to show them the note or no? Just tell them about it.
Yeah, I'll reach into the bag of holding and I'll show him it. See what
Okay.
he can make of it. The cryptic metaphors.
You bring it out and read it. It's like, this is strange indeed. Why is my name mentioned in here? That is curious. Though it is true, I am definitely an enemy of Strahd. But why don't you understand? I've always been lesser. My father was the great one, not me. But far be it from me to ever question Madame Eva.
But you said her
These-
predictions are usually true. Perhaps you are not the lesser one you think you are.
Are we in a better place for you to mention your father's name?
Ah, my father. The only one that I may have called father at this time was the great Burgermeister. A good man, currently held up with my sister. I pray he is still okay.
And what was his first name?
The burger?
No, it's Colian.
Colian.
Colian. Colian Burgermeister.
Colian Endrovich. He was the Burgermeister. That was his title.
Endrovich?
Yes, Endrovich.
Is he the one that was on the tree?
No.
That
Okay.
means Irina's name is also Enderovich.
You are quite astute. Yes, that is my sister.
Irina Enderovich Burgermeister.
You like saying Burgermeister, don't you?
As if I've never heard that word before. I have no idea what it actually means.
It's like mayor in
Oh.
a sense.
Yeah. In Dutch, burgemeester is mayor. So it's similar to that.
Yeah.
Technically just a fun name to say.
A Burgermeister. But yes,
Master of burgers.
the master of burgers, yes. That is his father. Which is why he's so great, because he's basically the mayor and Ismark is not. He's the lesser. So, but enough. We must rest. We will gather ourselves in the morning, and we will make our way to my sister. In which case, at that time, we may hopefully take her to the safe area from which I would like to go. But in the meantime, I'm sure, should something happen, I would hate for you and your friends to ever be completely removed from each other once more, as it happened previously. So in doing so, I would like to give you a map, and in hopes maybe to help you along your journey.
Perhaps we should tie a rope to Marilyn and Mordecai. We'll just tether them to the group.
Please don't tie me up with him.
Yeah, it might be safe for him.
We'll just tether them straight to Jumble. That way, if they do fall, Jumble could just tug them along.
I'll just carry him.
Just hug him.
Okay, within the chat, there should now be a map. This is the map of Barovia. Along that map, you have seen that Ismark has marked on there times it takes to travel to certain locations based off of where you are at. Ignore the letters. I was trying to find without the letters, and in doing so, does not have the timetable. So,
Okay.
but if you guys must know, as you can see from where location of the E is, that is the village of Barovia. Now,
Yep.
I would like to discuss with you at the lengths the area from which I would like to take my sister. There is an area called the Valaki. It's a settlement in the heart of the valley, beyond the view of the castle of Ravenloft. I am hoping that by moving her there, that the eyes in the sky from which that have been currently trying to find her location will be completely blind to where she is. I know the area is well defended against people who are opposed to Strahd's rule. But with that, I have no clue if we are able to make it or not. But with your group, I feel we have a chance of getting her there safely from the grips of Strahd. Do I have your support, my friends?
Well, yeah, I want to help you out, Ismark.
You have my sword.
You are good people, and I apologize for my outburst earlier. It's just I am so close to finally being rid of this tyrant and save my sister, and anything that could chance that I do not want to risk. But no more on the subject. For now, we rest, and tomorrow we will make our way to Irene. And he bids you all good night, and he rolls over onto his sleeping bag and turns in.
Are we sleeping in the graveyard?
No, there's a house outside of the church. It's still like it's a boarded up, almost evicted house, basically, abandoned.
Okay.
So per location, you would be alongside the road, maybe on the right house. But again, this house is completely just like boarded up from all. You can't see anything.
Okay.
Sorry, guys, that froze
Alrighty.
on me.
Okay. I was just giving a lay of the land from your location currently.
Okay. And then we're taking that long rest.
Yep.
Yep.
So everyone should be at full health now. Any spell slots used should be back up, so on and so forth. Almost like a complete reset. Everyone got their sheets all straightened out and cleared up, and they're all set to go.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
RJ, you good?
Yep.
Josh?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, so with that, you wake in the morning. Again, no light or anything had gone through that. But Ismark greets you guys with some breakfast, a couple of eggs that he had cooked, poached, a little fire in the center of the building, as well as a couple of little things, some bread, biscuits, whatever. It's like, I do know we did not get that meal from earlier, so please, by all means, have a bite.
Well,
He-
Jumble
he-
exclaims something joyously in Orcish and
Okay.
chows down.
Ismark looks bewildered, but yeah, provides food and drinks, wine, holy water for Zoldred.
Oh, thank you.
Others.
Yeah, I would not want to travel on an empty stomach, for there is much to do still.
Thank you for this. It's much appreciated.
And by all means.
The big guy thinks so too.
Well, thank you so much.
At least
You,
I think.
it's the way you change your tone is it's bewildering to me, but interesting, to say the least. Okay. After the breakfast and stuff, he's okay. I have noticed that yes, the streets are once again quiet. I believe Strahd, as well as the Vanderloft family, has moved on. They are no longer within the area, so I feel we are safe to travel. I do say once again, I highly suggest that we please keep our heads down and try not to cause trouble here unless necessary. My sister's life is in danger. Please, just try to be discreet as possible.
And I pull up my hood over a little bit more. I got this. Don't worry. Mr.
I
Raccoon,
flattened down
nothing to
my-
see here.
I flattened down my antenna bangs. Slick 'em back.
Flick them on back.
Well,
Actually, I will. Yeah, I'm gonna.
So wait for
In lieu of using Lightbringer, I'll actually use my spear. Yeah. So when it comes, I don't know if I can just like. I don't think there's a way to sheath a spear, so I'll just like kind of hold it. Leaning it against my shoulder while we're walking like a hound's guard.
Yeah, okay. I mean, as long as you keep it sheathed, it should be. Oh, that's right. It's a mace. You can't have like. Okay. Yeah,
no,
it's gonna be hard.
he's going to use a spear now, so
Okay.
he doesn't have to light up his mace.
Yep.
All right.
I don't think there's a way to like sheath a spear. So I'll just keep it ready.
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, as long as you keep it cloaked or whatever, you should be okay. Or you can even like, I don't know why I'm suggesting this. You guys are supposed to be role playing this, but you can even like put like
Sure.
a blanket or something around it to wrap it up.
That works. Yeah, I'll do that.
Okay.
I'll,
So, yeah,
hide
like,
all of my
you
weapons.
take a bit of cloth or whatever, like from your whatever you use for your lodgings, and you just tie it around there to keep it from showing.
Mhm.
After he does so, he lifts up the board that was holding the secret wall in the building up, and he pushes the door out so you guys can exit, and wavers you to follow him, and you do so, going out into the street. And as you notice, it seems like once again things are back to the usual. It's the fog, not many people on the streets for the most part, and those that are making their way to do their business and leaving. Some look as they have some type of life in them. Others at times look almost soulless, walking around like husks in a sense, just completely out of it. And you make your way, and then as you do so, you go to Let me find the location real quick. Oy vey. Where is... You make your way south down from where you have gone straight from the path down, all the way down into a large building, but there seems to be a gate in front of the door. Ismark tries to knock to get the attention, and in doing so, there is almost no answer except for a yell of, "Go away! Do not come in here!"
Not as kind as you.
It's, well, with everything that is happening, it's hard. Ismark yells out again. "It is me! It is me, Ismark! Please! Please, Irina! Please, you must open the door for us. We are here. We are here to help you." Irina is like, "I don't know if that's really you or not, brother. What if it is someone else?" So he tries to convince her, and she's still on the fence about if it's really him or not. And in doing so, you may need to help convince her to open the door for you.
Ask him a question only he would know.
That sounds like something the enemy would want me to do.
Look out the window. You'll see it's us.
Roll a perception check.
Perception. Oh, baby. Eyes are locked in. Natural 20.
Ooh. Everyone else?
9.
And 7.
16.
Okay, Mordecai and Zildred, you guys are kind of on the up and up and looking around. The other three of you, you're like, this is kind of a nice place. A little beaten up, but not bad. And now let me read the description of the mansion to you, Zildred and Mordecai. A weary-looking mansion squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside, while the left swings lazily in the wind. The stuttering squeal and clang of the gate repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the ground and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet, against the walls, the growth has been tramped down to create a path along about the domain. Heavy claw markings have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stand in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
Meanwhile, I see a house.
Yes. Like, this is a big house.
And put some
Mm.
bushes around here, maybe a white picket fence. Make this place look a little bit better.
Flowers, pop color.
That's what I'm talking about.
Mordecai, maybe we should confer with Sage Cat. What is he thinking? He's the wisest among us.
He is. Cures
Please,
all violence.
Ismark is like, I need you guys to help me convince my sister to come out. Do any of you know any words that might persuade her? I've tried everything, even as her brother, and she still seems to be scared of the outside for the attacks that have happened upon this building.
Well, Jumbo kind of leans against the door and notes, "Well, Miss Androvich, from what little I've only met your brother just yesterday, but he is clearly a man who cares very deeply for you. And so, if you can't find yourself to recognize your own brother, then I honestly don't know what else we can say to convince you here. This is a man who cares deeply about your well-being."
Roll persuasion, please.
Oh boy.
Please be good.
For
please be
Jumbo.
good.
Nat 20. Wow.
Hey.
Yes.
Oh yeah. She's like, this is such a weird accent, but maybe the words you say are true. You do not seem like you are from around here, and therefore maybe my brother has gotten the help we so desperately need. You hear the click of the latch on the door, as well as some of the gates that bar the entrance, and they open up, allowing you and your party to come within the mansion.
Fine job, big guy. Fine job.
You find the words that I cannot speak.
We could be so persuasive.
Here you find Irina. And what you were expecting to be a dainty girl, instead you find an almost warrior-like woman. Dark brown hair, eyes darker than normal. She does seem a bit distressed, especially with the events that have currently been happening around her.
Whoa.
Damn.
Hey there.
Oh, pardon me, miss.
Thanks for letting us in. Oh, your brother, right?
Yes, yes, thank you for coming. It is so good to see you, Ismark. And she reaches out and gives him a big hug. It's like, Irina, little Irina, I'm so happy to see you. It's been so many days. Where is father? What has happened? And she gets silent. She's a bit sad. She's like, he is past, brother. No, not father. What has happened? While you were gone, we were attacked so many times. The wolves, they finally broke through and had led a large assault on this mansion. The servants and father did the best they could, but over time it was too late. They completely destroyed father as well as the servants. And now he lies dead in his quarters. I have not been inside to get him. I'm terrified, and since then I have tried to just hold my own currently.
If you wish, I could go say a prayer for his spirit. Be
I would
released from the world.
appreciate that. The weirdest thing is that since his death, there has been no more attacks. It has been quiet for 3 days, though I wait for their return.
I'll go. Would you show me to his quarters?
Yes, of course, of course. They're up the stairs in the center room. And as she does so, she kind of helps you out and leads you along with Ismark following behind to see him one more time.
Got something in my eye.
I am so sorry to be so judgmental of you and your party. I did not mean to keep you away, but again, with the attacks and such, I have just been out of sorts. Plus the fact that I have been attacked by Strahd himself twice now. And as does so, she kind of reveals there are some marks on her neck. It's like things are hazy at times, but I will say that I have not had the taste for blood as of yet, so I have not yet turned. But I do fear that one more visit from him will be the end of me.
No need to worry. I know what it is to suffer loss, familial loss like you have.
Thank you so much, Stiltred. You have kind eyes. She pats your hand.
That's not what I've heard.
That is not what
I
I see.
appreciate the sentiment.
With that, Ismark explains the party and everyone else around, and which that explains why she knew your name, which I shouldn't have said out loud like that. But either way, she now knows everyone's names, locations, so on and so forth. You weren't introduced, but he introduced beforehand. So I'm just gonna backtrack a little bit.
Okay.
Anyway, so with that, he explains the situation, everything that's going on as you sit there outside of the Burgermeister's main room, and he's like, "You need to come with me. We will take you to someplace safe, but you cannot stay here. It is unprotected now. It's just you here. It only is a matter of time before he finds your location. We can take you somewhere safe." She says, "No, brother. We must bury father. Kolyan deserved to be buried properly in the town that he loved so much and he watched over. If you will help me take him to the burial by the church for a proper burial, I will come with you. I will have no problem leaving this land once I know father is properly resting."
An escort quest. I like it.
Through town with a body.
Mm.
I understand where you're coming from, but we should probably try to get out of here. You have a stalker that's trying to be your boyfriend. Not good. He's very scary.
I
You
will not
know,
leave my family behind to die
I'm
like this.
sorry. I
Um, I would
apologize.
I would like to make a what is it investigation of
Mm.
Colian's corpse while I'm praying over his body.
Oh, by all means.
Whoa, baby! Natural 20.
Oh, yeah, he got ripped apart by those wolves.
Okay, so he's
They
clearly
tore
not
the
going
shit
to
out of
rise
him.
again as an undead.
No.
Okay. I'll finish my prayer and go over to Irina and clasp her hands and tell her that all will be well when he rests in peace.
All will be well when he is buried properly. I cannot leave until this is done. If you refuse to do so, then I will stay.
I would never refuse.
Well, I try to kind of roll up his body a little in the sheets, like kind of a respectful swaddling sort of thing that you sometimes do with a dead body.
I'm
With a
very
16th, 16th sleight of hand to try to, give him a makeshift covering to be buried in.
Yeah. You wrap him up. It looks a little awkward, but you actually are able to cover him pretty well. Especially with some of his limbs kind of missing and things of that nature, you're able to make it look like not like you're wrapping up a pile of meat, but more like a person. So
You packaged him well there.
yes, quite well. It's just
You
I
got
thank you.
Yeah, got anything to bury him with?
Once we get to the church, the father there shall help. We'll have tools there for the burial. That is no problem. And in traveling as well, and she brandishes her swords like, we shall also have no problem, for I am also very skilled with a weapon.
Yeah, so am I. All right.
I guess
Uh,
I'll carry him. And well, nat
yeah,
20 on athletic,
Oh
so
yeah,
yeah,
you
I'm
whip him over
carrying
the
him.
shoulder like you weren't even at like just like lightweight, like it's a bag of pillows. Just whoop.
Is it
Just
is
yeah,
the is the corpse mid rigor mortis, like straight as a board?
just about, yeah. I mean, it's been rotting for 3 days, but some of the limbs are missing. So he's got an arm gone and a leg.
Glad I wrapped him up.
So, you said a prayer over the body. Could you say a prayer for us?
Will do. I brandish my holy symbol of Elysium, and I mutter a prayer over everybody for protection through Barovia on our way to the church.
Oh no.
I'm seeing some weird sounds over there on Jumble.
I kind of open one eye and look over at Jumble and I put my head down and shake it a little bit.
Yeah, some part of Jumble didn't like the prayer, but
Okay, well, with that, do you take the body? You start exiting the building. Um, Now this is where Ismark stops before we leave. Please, we must move really quiet. I know that no one is here to help, Father, and in doing so may also be with the enemy. So we need to do this very discreetly, and we need to do this quietly. Irina agrees, like, yes, I will say that not one person came to even lift a hand to help save his mention.
So I stop, amidst the jingle jangle of my armor. Stealth is not my forte.
Understandable. It's okay. My armor too does jingle jangle, and Irina kind of lifts up her shoulder pads, and you're like clink clink. But still, we shall be okay so long as we do not draw attention to ourselves.
oh
takes-
yeah, no drawing attention to ourselves. A 7-foot something guy carrying a dead body around with a metal tiger thing and whatever he is, the dark guy, and yeah, I don't see us drawing any attention.
We shall just try to do our best. Okay.
Can do.
All right. And you guys make your way to the streets for the most part. Again, yes, please roll for stealth. I'm going to do the
10.
same with mine.
Oh, please be good. Hold on a moment. I gotta open this up.
Woo. Wow. wow. Zildred rolls the highest. Oh, nope.
I got
Frankie
Uh,
rolled the highest.
Yeah,
a
I had to
21.
roll twice. I have disadvantage on stealth. But I did get a
Wow.
17.
Yeah, you're still doing well.
Yep.
In my defense, I'm carrying a dead body.
That is true. Well, Ismark and Irina, they passed their stealth check. So yes, they move very quietly and discreetly, kind of by buildings, ducking in and out, trying to stay within the shadows, even though most of the town is shadows. Anyway, with the clouds overhead and the fog, you kind of move through as silently as possible for the most part. And who had the lowest? Marilyn. Oh, Mordecai. Oh, Mordecai.
We made sure we tied those two to Jumbo, right?
Oh,
Yeah. Well, you guys are okay. Even though with the fog and everything else, it's fine. Everyone else they're like moving like ninjas, and you two are just kind of thumping in the mud. Almost kind of sore of the fact that you really did not want to go to a church and you want to get the hell out of here, but you're kind of stuck with the group.
Oh yeah, my arms are crossed. I'm
literally, Jumbo's just dragging us around.
hmm But yes, anyway, you guys make it to the church. Most of you discreetly, some of you not, but that's okay. As you go into the church, you see from atop a slight rise, against the roots of the pillar stone that supports the castle Ravenloft, stands a gray, sagging edifice of stone and wood. This church has obviously weathered the assault of evil for centuries on end and is worn and weary. A bell tower rises toward the back. A flickering light shines through holes in the shingled roof. The rafters strain feebly against their load. As you approach the church, though, you do see that there has been some claw marks, and scarred by fire are the doors of the church.
Why do we keep on? Why can't we just leave?
So we drop them off here and run, right?
No, we must find the father. Where is father? Where is the father of this church? Where is Donovich?
I'll attempt a stealth check. Probably only going to turn out well. Oh, okay. I stumble up the stairs as I try to approach the door quietly. With a natural one.
Yeah, no, you're clinking and clanging, and as you do so, I want you guys all to roll perception as you move towards the door.
Okay.
10.
12.
1 sec.
6. Whoa. I really didn't want to be here.
Waiting on Frankie's.
6.
Wow. Mordecai, you're the only one. Oh wait, did you roll Zildred? I don't see your roll.
What was it? Perception?
Yep, perception, please.
I got a 19.
Oh wow.
Oh.
Even with the clanging of your armor, you're able to hear over that the screams and hisses coming from inside the church. There's no, no, and it seems to be you can hear a type of prayer being said over that, louder than the hisses at times, trying to overpower those sounds.
Do a religion check on the prayer. See what kind of prayer it is. 24.
It's almost like an exorcism in a sense. Like this person is trying to relinquish some type of evil from the body of whatever is screaming currently.
I recognize those holy cants. Let's perhaps we should enter.
What do
Yeah,
we enter
I think we need to make
into?
haste.
You guys hear screaming and you want to go in the building?
We're heroes.
Yeah, me too, but I don't want to die. I want to be the hero that lives in this story.
Smart hero.
Yeah, exactly. See, you get it.
And with that, Irina, she doesn't even hesitate. She knocks the door down and she's like, Donovich, where are you? We're hearing screams. We're here to help. and she rushes in. Her and her brother both.
I think me and Irene are gonna get along famously. Huh? I bust the door down and I run in.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't say she busted down, but she definitely throws them open to like rush in. And with that, I'm gonna give you guys a bit of the map. Okay. Once in, as you look inside from when they had entered, you see the father's. He's breathing very heavily. He's wiping his brow with a cloth. He looks like he's been through hell and back, literally. And Irina, I'm so sorry to have heard about your father. I had hoped to see you soon. What are you doing out though? It's not safe. And she meets him. It's like, Father, we have brought the Burgermeister with us. We have brought Dad. We wish to bury him. We need your help. Donovich looks back and sighs like, I have my own problems to deal with. Do you remember Doru? Yeah, yes, your son, yes. It seems that he was taken by a night creature and himself is turning into one. And I have tried saying many a prayer over him and to no avail. I currently have him locked in the basement, and he is currently chained. Please, you must help me take care of my son. I cannot kill him myself. I have tried prayers and everything, and it is not working. But he needs to be put down. And he snivels a little bit and wipes his eyes, like, please, you must help me, Irina. Do this for me, and I will help you with your father.
Put down as in put down, or
He sobs hearing that word, but he nods, shaking his head.
I don't think he wants
Well,
to sing
Mercy.
a lullaby.
we'll show him mercy.
Needs to have mercy.
In the chat, I've uploaded a map for you guys to see. You are currently within the hallways, right by not quite at the front of the pillar in the rope. You are right through past those doors, right outside the rooms currently with Donovich.
Okay, so in like chapel area, basically.
Yep.
So he's in the base, down the rope in the basement.
No, there's stairs there.
Yeah, there are stairs that head down to the basement.
I was gonna say, what kind of church has a rope you have to take to go down to the basement?
A
Trying
bat
to
church.
Na 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 na.
not see, I see the stairs. I see the stairs on the one side, but of where the church is at, I don't see the stairs on there.
I think it's just from the bottom right room or something. You basically take the stairs
If you see
there.
where the rope is, if
Oh,
you look
it's
to the
just
right
a
of it,
little
there
hatch.
seems to be like a little doorway. That's where the stairs are. They actually go underneath.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that where that little hatch is down there at the bottom right in that room.
Yeah,
No.
probably. Oh,
Oh wait, you're right. I'm sorry. My bad. That's correct. Derp. Like, yeah, that's right. The bottom right one is the one with the door. But anyway, with that, this is where we're gonna stop for the night.
Tune in next time.
Yes. So you guys have made your way to the church. You have met Irina, which happens to be the love of Strahd. You've also met her brother, which, as you know back from the cards that were read, plays a key part in defeating Strahd.
With her behavior, she's quickly becoming the love of Zildred.
Well, so long as you can keep her out of the hands of Strahd, who knows? That may just be.
The main map there.
Mm-hmm.
So okay, I see. It's just hard to see on my screen. I was trying to find the village of Barovia on there.
It should
I
be
see
at the
it. I
bottom
see it
right,
now.
right
Yep.
near the compass.
Yeah, I see it now. All right.
But I know that approaching upon the time, I do not want to get into this because there's some big events that are going to be happening at some point after this. As you guys are about ready to take on a vampire for the first time, your first vampire. And also you have all.
No, our first vampire.
Our first
I
vampire.
remember my first vampire.
Dear diary, we got to take on our first vampire today. It was a bit exciting.
I'll put a fang in my scrapbook.
That's right.
Edward.
Memories. Our first vampires. You guys are holding up the stake, which you guys killed the vampire with or whatever.
Close the diary. Put that little teeny tiny little lock on it with a little small key.
Yeah,
All
of
right, that
course.
should be safe.
Nice pink fur on there with a big heart. Picture of everyone in it.
Fluffy kind.
So yes, that was episode 2 so far. Any thoughts about what recently has happened? You want to talk about before we end for the night?
I like that they got distracted and didn't like ask Marilyn any more questions. That was nice.
Well, a lot
True, we
did
did.
happen.
Oh yeah, that's true. I mean, you guys like are going to talk about this, and then just like, oh yeah, well, there's a lot going on.
Everything else going on, yeah.
You guys, RJ actually stopped some pivotal information you guys might have gotten, by the way.
Oh
I'm good at doing
no.
that.
Oh.
Going in guns blazing with his light bringer stuff.
Playing true to his
I actually didn't even
character.
go. All I did was draw my weapon. I didn't actually do anything.
Dude, that's all it takes. Apparently, they hate it.
Did seem to trigger the townsfolk pretty heavily.
Yeah, they were
Oh
pretty
yeah, well I
triggered
mean
by
they're
it.
not again they haven't seen sunlight in forever, so they're well aware of what kind of weapon that must be then if they're seeing light emanate from it. And then on top of that, the 3 people that were telling you were Vasanti that worked for Strahd. They had been in the tavern waiting for the adventurers to show up.
Ah.
But since someone wanted to bring attention, it just made it really easy for them to pinpoint where they were at and kind of shout to their master.
Yeah.
Should have clobbered them on their way out.
I tried, but they just went straight through the windows for crying out
Oh
loud.
yeah, loyalists like that, man, they're not going to hesitate. It doesn't matter whether, as long as if there's an exit, they'll find a way.
I should use my opportunity attack, Divine Smite.
Yeah, you
Crush
could
his
have.
skull.
I don't know how well it worked against Vasani because they're not really considered undead or anything, but
It just suffered. They'd have just taken an extra 2d8 rather than 3d8.
yeah. But yeah, now you guys are aware that currently the Vanderlofts are looking for their daughter, and Strahd is looking for Irina to be his bride.
Eesh.
I don't know.
And you guys are currently escorting the one person he wants more than anything, and is willing to do anything to get her.
Beepy.
What are those Vanderlofts up to?
Yeah, one could only wonder why they want their daughter so badly enough to strike a deal with Strahd.
That's crazy.
Good
And
point.
you might have found out if only for someone not brandishing a holy weapon in the middle of a very dark town.
Or if we'd remembered to ask questions after the fact, but
That's true.
Oh, that too.
Yeah.
Mm.
Good point.
but yeah. Suddenly Ismark has his whole life story to lay out and a big old sob story of my sister's being stalked and needs help stopping the stalker who's a vampire god of sorts. So yeah, that kind of
There is that
superseded
distraction.
that.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, if Zildred had been like, nope, no chance, I'm gonna kill this guy. Like, he probably wouldn't have sided with you guys, and that would have put a big stop to a lot of your plans.
Yeah, and maybe our lives.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, we would have been all rolling up new characters.
I was really hoping Zildred was just gonna be like, I've had this, run the door, ready to fight.
Hi,
I'm like,
Zildred. Nice knowing you, buddy.
I did prepare an encounter just in case you guys were like, let's do this, let's just get this going. It wouldn't have ended well, I won't lie.
That's why I wanted to do the wisdom save to prevent myself from doing such a thing. So I succeeded on.
Call.
I did succeed on
Yeah.
it.
I'm just remembering some vampire anime I watched where a vampire does just casually, like, telekinetically whip a guy around, like, not even looking, and just bashes him around horribly. Like, yeah,
Yikes.
I feel like that's what might have happened against Strahd
And
to some extent.
Zildred's brain hears the story. Oh God, Strahd's the super bad guy. We all need help. Somebody defeat him. And then Strahd shows up. It's like, well, that was easy. He's right there. Let's go get him.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't fault your logic there, at least in the whole there's evil, fight evil scenario.
Good point. Yeah.
It's just, yeah, sometimes you're the kitten going up against the Tarrasque, and it's not a good idea.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Good point.
Especially now, that Ismark is one of the people that can oppose Strahd, and he just wants to get his sister to safety before he makes his attack on him.
Yeah, I think the Lightburn is going to go in the bag of holding.
Well,
It is a strong weapon though, against the
Run around
undead.
with spear.
I would just say don't just be waving that around, especially getting ready to go into combat around some of his own followers.
I didn't know that his followers were in the tavern.
yeah,
Oh.
there's that.
That's fair.
Oh, yeah.
Not like
Never-
they were wearing their Strahd Club badges.
Oh no, most of them just accept his rule or die, so you really don't get a choice in the matter.
They got their
Especially for an
pro
area
Strahd
cut off
shirt
from
on.
everyone.
Yeah.
But now you guys know. You can't just be going willy-nilly saying, we're here to kill Strahd.
Zildred Park! Instead of Leroy
Right.
Jenkins.
Nani?
Oh
Thank you.
man.
That was fun.
Oh yes.
Look forward to the next session.
Oh yeah.
Which
Oh
will
yeah.
be-
Speaking of Heather, will you be here for the next session in 2 weeks?
What is the date on
5th
that?
of May.
Yes,
That-
I will.
Okay,
be.
so you'll be here for the 5th of May. Okay, that's
I will
great.
put in
Cinco
for
de
it.
Mayo. So
Cinco
margaritas.
de Mayo.
Well, then you can have yourself
Yeah.
a margarita and do some vampire bashing.
I think
Heck yeah.
Frankie still has a margarita cooking inside a sage cat.
That's true. Oh my gosh.
Still blending.
No blending.
Huh.
Blend it smoothly, please.
Shaken, not,
Not
stirred.
stirred. Yep.
Yes, shaken, not stirred. Yeah, I will. If I can't put in for it, I'll switch with somebody. So I'll be here.
Okay, cool.
It's the
Excellent.
16th through the 25th. I'll be in El Paso.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then you should be able to make it to this next session, and then we can figure out how to
What?
get you off screen minus, disembowelment or
Yeah.
along those
On the
lines.
search. Be on the search
Yeah.
for her diary.
Yeah,
I
no
haven't
dysentery.
I haven't figured it out yet. But me and the family are going camping in July. We just haven't situated dates yet, so
Okay.
it's still a couple months away. So I'll let you guys know.
We'll figure it out. We got time. No big deal.
Yep.
But all right, with that, thank you guys for watching so much. It was a blast. We're gonna get to episode 3 again real soon. And we're gonna get another Trash Pandas as well. There's gonna be a part 2 at some point in time. I don't know. What do you guys want to do for our next one-off game? What are you guys thinking?
Demonologist.
Ooh, yeah. I like that idea.
That doesn't
I
sound
don't know
good.
what that is.
Well, you kids have fun with that. I'll be playing Pretty Pegasus or whatever beautiful, pretty game I can play besides something scary.
Pretty
Terrifying.
Princess.
Yeah, pretty princess. So we play
And
instead.
we playing Dream Phone.
Yes.
Right.
But all right, thank you guys for watching.
Well,
Loved having you. Thank you, Rude. Thank you, Heather. Thank you, Josh. Thank you, Jayla. Thank you, RJ. Playing your characters so well. This was a blast. I'm very excited for episode 3 when we do it, and whatever our next one-off special will be. So
Yeah, thank you for
Everybody
DMing,
leave a
Brian.
comment.
You're doing awesome.
yeah, no problem.
Yep.
Appreciate
I
it.
enjoy it. I'm glad we're getting into Strahd. Now you guys have gotten a little more content of what's happening. So yeah,
Yep.
shit's getting real.
It's gotten real.
oh yeah.
All right.
Arena shall be my bride.
Not if Strahd has something to say about it. We'll see.
Next time on Strahd. Zildred gets married.
Days of our lives.
Yeah.
Days of Barovia.
Rods of our lives.
But she's supposed to marry me. I want her.
Talk to the
You have
mace.
to choose, Irina.
Oh,
That's
how
what-
can I choose between the immortal stalker who's bitten me several times and the guy who's I've met since yesterday and at least hasn't bitten me? How could I
Bachelor
Plus,
choose?
has not bit me.
Sugar daddy.
Bachelor number 1. What would you do if blah blah blah?
I'd drain the blood from your body and make you a living undead.
Hey, Bachelor number 2, what would you do? Not that. Start.
That's right. In fact, I actually want to attack him because he sounds to me like he's an undead creature, and with my faith, I cannot allow him to live.
Bit
Uh.
overzealous, but I can get behind that.
I feel like these are going to be some shorts that we need to come up with.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Oh.
I'm a vampire.
God.
All right, are
All right.
you ready to sign off now?
Yep.
Yes.
All right.
All right, catch you guys later. Bye, everyone.
Yep.
Bye.
Bye.
Everybody.